Hi guys, we're here with NTI Day 10. So you're almost done. Yay, this is your last math assignment for this week. And we're working with coordinate plane and finding the area and perimeter of a figure. Okay, so if you don't already have this worksheet pulled up, go ahead and get it pulled up. Or if you have paper copies, go ahead and get that out and look at it now because it's going to help you to follow along as we go. I'm going to read the directions first. It says, find the coordinate for point D to make a rectangle. Then find the area and perimeter of the rectangle. Okay, so remember for our coordinate plane, we've got to remember a few things here. Remember, I'm going to draw some things up here that might help jog your memory. Okay, when we do coordinates, the x value always comes first. So there's the x and then the y. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of draw parentheses around here. This is how a coordinate plane is written. Okay, the x goes back and forth on your coordinate plane. Okay, so like back and forth like this. My arrows are not that great. Okay, well, let me just erase that because that doesn't even look right. Okay, but back and forth, I mean this. Let me show you on the coordinate plane. Maybe that'd be easier. Let me move my pen a little bit. Okay, so here is our origin. Remember, we always start at 0. This is the x line. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and label that x. So the first number tells you how many you're going to travel. Either if it's negative, you go this way. If it's positive, you're going to go this way. It looks like most of these are positive, so we're always going to count going this way. Okay? And then so we've traveled to where the x value is. For this first one, it's 9. So that's why there's a 9 right here. If you count these little boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is about where 9 is, right here. Okay. Then the second number, y, if it's positive, you go up. If it's negative, you go down. Okay. So the second coordinate here was 10. Okay. So they counted 10 all the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you make a dot where those two values meet. Okay. So that's kind of how you do it. For these, you're trying to figure out where the dot will be or where the coordinate will be to make the shape a rectangle. Okay, so you can see up here they put D up there because when you connect the dots, this makes our rectangle. It's kind of hard to see with the examples. I'm going to go ahead and connect those dots. You can see that it makes a rectangle. So the coordinate that makes this figure a rectangle, the missing dot, is at 9, 10. Okay. So then they wanted to find the area. So they counted one of the sides, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you count, that would be 6. And then the width, 1, 2. Okay. And that's why they did 6 times 2 equals 12 square units, because 6 and 2 are there. And then remember, going back to, I believe it was day 2 or day 3, the perimeter, you have to count the number of squares all the way around. Okay? And that's why they did 6 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2 equals 16. Let's do another example together. Let's look at number 1 together, and then we'll let you go. Okay? So I have this figure. What I like to do first is I just like to connect the dots. It's kind of like what you used to do in kindergarten, you know, a dot to dot. So I'm just going to connect the dots. Now I know I want a rectangle. So I know that my rectangle, the last dot, is going to be where C and A meet. Here's C on this line, and then A is right there. So this is going to be my last dot. Okay, and then I'm going to connect those two dots and just make sure that it looks like a rectangle. So there's that. I just don't want to cover up my dots so we can count it later. And there's that. Okay, so this is a rectangle. So now what I need to do is I need to look at that dot that I drew in. I'm just going to make it a different color so we can see it. And I'm going to try to figure out, like, what are the coordinates of that. So we start at the origin, which C just happens to be the origin. I'm going to go over to x first. X is back and forth. Now, if you notice, we don't have to move anywhere for x because we're already on the line that the dot is on. When that happens, you're going to put a 0 because we are still sitting on the origin. So we just put a 0. That's our x value. And now we're going to count up to how many we go up to get to where this dot is. Okay, it's kind of hard to see. I'm going to erase a little bit because my lines are so thick so we can really see and count the right amount. Okay, so let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we traveled up 7 to get to that. So our coordinate for D equals 0, 7, which means x is at 0 and then y is at 7. Okay. Then I'm going to erase a little bit because my lines got really thick. It's going to be hard for us to count the lines so we can figure out the area. And I'm going to draw it in a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to draw it in a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to connect my lines again like this. There we go. Now we can actually count. And we are ooh, my hands are not cooperating today. And then we're going to connect that, and then connect that. Yeah, I really can't draw real well. Okay, so the area, we know the area is length times width. So I'm going to find the value of this line, and we'll just do that line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so the area is 8. Then I'm going to count up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 times 7. I'm going to go ahead and let you fill that in because you can do that with your calculator. Make sure that you put your units on it like they did here. Square units, what you need to have there for area. And then perimeter, you're going to do what they did here. You're going to count all the way around. 8, 7, plus 8, plus 7. And you're going to find the perimeter. Okay. Go ahead and try the rest of them on your own. If you're still needing help, please feel free to reach out. I'm going to scroll down really fast and make sure that we don't need to look at anything else. Nope, that looks all pretty straightforward. Again, you're trying to make a rectangle. So if your shape does not look like a rectangle, you've done something wrong. And your shape should also have 4 sides. So don't be making any triangles. It should have 4 sides. Go ahead and reach out to one of us if you need help after watching this video and you're still confused. Congratulations, you finished the first 10 assignments, if you went in order, of your NTI math assignments. Have a great day.